Well, thought I'd put some of this English chestnut on these ones I just finished. I think it looks really beautiful. Brings out the lighter colors and pops some of this red. Nice. Okay. This side or this side? Which is the top? Just because this is so clean, I'm probably going to go for this side. Alright, I think we better do the edges too with the same thing, because it looks like it's going to work. Alright, you can see how this other one came out. This chestnut, transparent chestnut, looks great. This is the side we're going to do up as well. It has less blotching. It's more of a complementary than an interest than it is an overwhelming like on the other one. I love this flaming thing here. This is cool. And this is the side that will be up on this one as well. Looks pretty cool with all its red coming out. Alright, now we've got to tape these up, but I think it needs to dry because that moisture before we can tape it and hold the epoxy on the inside and do a top coat pour. Okay, I'm ready to pour in that and fill it up and not do the whole top yet. With extra, we'll cover the whole top of this one, and if we have extra, we need somewhere to put it. So we're preparing the next one. Taped off the bottom so we can fill it in and have the bottom be all epoxy so we start putting together the diorama inside. Let's do it. Let me turn this around. Again, we're going to fill this up to the top, and then we'll do all this with all our focus on this top because these edges are going to get some leaks. But here we're going to try to do two, and hopefully this tape will hold. Typically it can leak a little bit. I've done it once before and it worked with 2 leaks, but by the time it starts leaking and having problems, you're holding some spots, it starts to get thicker, right? This is the coating epoxy, so we're not going to be liquid for very long. It turns to honey and just stops leaking, and then we'll grind off any edges that get hard and leak down and restain it, and then we can polyurethane the sides and bottom and put the legs on. Pretty cool. And here we're ready with our taped bottom there and ready to fill up any extra. Hopefully I'll make enough to fill it. I'm just going to do clear because we want light coming through, we've learned from the past. So I just would like to make this tape easier to disconnect. I don't know what I could put on there. That's the sticky side up. Piece of plastic maybe. Just poured the big one. Just poured these. The coolest part, I don't even film it. Unbelievable. I'm going to spread those out, I think. Alright, there it is. Nice and hard. Looks like a layer of glass on there. We're going to grind this off so it's a little opaque. But first we've got to take off our tape. Okay, now we got both of these off and we'll grind them down. Okay, so all I do here is try to take this lip off that comes up, makes a sharp edge. Just grind it off at a slight angle with the grinder, and it should give us a nice opaque look. Then we can polyurethane the side and the bottom, and it is done. And it won't be sharp anymore because that's pretty sharp. Look at that beautiful. Ooh, I like the crystal light reflective in the blue. Oh, that looks super cool. This one especially. I'll show you that close up. And in the shadow, that doesn't look good. Alright, here we go. Shooting up, I think I'd prefer to grind down. So I am going to go this way. Check sticking it. Yeah, that's nice. All right. Just want to say, check out that cool blue in there. It looks great in the sun, huh? All right, we're finally to the bottom here, and I've polyurethane this once. Took some 600 sandpaper and just went around like this. Sand it up a little bit, knock off the spurs. It's all smooth again. Get that out of the way. We're gonna do a second coat and be done. And we're ready to put the legs on the bottom. This is the bottom. The epoxy's on the other side here, on the bottom down there. So here we go. All right, these are done, drying off. Now I'm gonna get the big table going here. Let's pour the epoxy and drop that in. We got it taped up, best we can do, and pray for no major leaks before it gets thick. Well, one cool thing about these containers you can buy for measuring is that the epoxy doesn't stick inside, and you can get a cup. You can make new ones if you let it get thick enough. All right, let's mix it up. All right, here it is, 16 ounces to pour this top. We'll have a lot of extra to put in the other one. Start creating the bottom of that one. All right, 8 minutes of mixing. All right, here it is. Looking pretty clear, but there's got a lot of little bubbles in there that'll probably come up. It's feeling hot. I want to get the reaction going good, so it'll get thick soon. Here we go. It's a little card to spread it around with. It's a small one, but here we go. Fully excited. There are no leaks so far. It's looking beautiful. Couple little bubbles to hit. Sometimes the bubbles are on the edge. So a lot of the edge goes up again against the tape, and we grind it off, right? I just want it to be thick enough there to look like a layer of glass, and it's looking like it's going to be about 1/4 inch. Alright, we'll see what it looks like when it's all hard. We can polyurethane everything else. We'll be done after we grind this edge. It's all done. Nice and hard. Awesome. Gonna pull this tape off. Oops. And we'll be able to grind the edges here because they come up. I can feel it. It's sharp on the edge there. And then we'll polyurethane all the legs and the bottom, and we're essentially done. I just want to show a mistake, kind of. This came out great. It's all shiny and good, and no one's gonna see any problem with that. But there are 3 or 4 dimples in the epoxy because after it was done the next day, it's really not totally cured. It's still soft. And I turned it over in order to polyurethane the bottom and the sides, and I put it on top of these painting stilts. Well, they're pretty pointy, and this is a pretty heavy log, and I don't know if you could see. Let me get the light in the right place. It's right there. So there. See that little dimple there? Yeah, that's where one of these stood and pushed in. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, right? Little dimples. I don't know if they can be filled with a little bit of epoxy or not. Probably not gonna to risk it. It's sealed. If water spills all over this, the point of putting epoxy is it's probably gonna be used as a plant stand, right, in the corner of a room. beautiful stand, so you can put a plant on there. If any water leaks out of that plant, it's not going to damage the wood, and even though there's little dimples here, it's still sealed completely, I think. And water would run off the edge and not get into the polyurethane either. So perfect. All right, and this one I kind of did the same thing. Sadly, I think it only has 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah. But they look amazing. So let's get to work, take this off and paint, and we'll be done. All right, let's grind the edges and make it beautiful. All right, and now we want to carve all this off, this edge, but like we did on the other one. But this is a big one, and anytime you work with epoxy and epoxy dust, you for sure want to wear your breather. So here we go. Alright, it's all grinded off and smooth. Now, gonna sand it and make that nice opaque look on the edge of the glass. It looked like glass. And sand the wood where the epoxy had run down. And then we're ready to stain a little bit and then polyurethane. This is 600 grit. We'll see how it does. Be nice just to jump to the final grit, because it does work on edges, you know, better than a flat surface. Alright, yeah, I'm going to go back to 240. 600 is still a little too high. It's not taking those big, deep grits out. Alright, now, second to last stage, staining everything that has white sanded and polyurethaning it. Let's go. All the way around, look at that. Right up to the edge. Alright, don't think this is too exciting, so let me finish this up. And there it is, polyurethane. All done. Beautiful epoxy top with cool diorama inside, the bear, the river, the waterfall there. You do have a polyurethane at the bottom, but I gotta wait till it's all dry to turn it over. Looks good, looks good. This side looks good. Thanks for going on this journey with me. Get out there and make something cool.